To another episode of the Bearded IT Dad, where we give you advice and insight on how to grow your career in the IT field. Tonight is another special night. We are doing a live stream for you. We are actually doing our CompTIA A+ study group, where we're going to give you some questions that we think you might see on the CompTIA A+ exam. Now, I want you guys to participate along with this. If you think you know the answers, drop them in the chat as we go along. And then after the study group is over, if you have any questions at all about the IT career field, I will be more than happy to answer them. Wait a couple seconds while everyone piles in to the live stream. We're gonna kind of go over some of the basic information here. In this study group, we will cover items that may be on the exam for the CompTIA 2002 1101 and the 220 1102 core series A+ exams. This study group is not affiliated with CompTIA in any way, and all the information I have personally created to help people study for the above exams. You can get a copy of the CompTIA exam objectives at the link on the screen, and it'll also be down in the description on the recording. All right. For more videos and training resources are also listed in the description below if you're looking to continue to study for your CompTIA A+. Oops, I accidentally clicked ahead. And with that said, let's go ahead and just dive right on into the CompTIA A+ study group this evening. Okay, what Windows app in Windows 10 combines many utilities into a unified tool? Is it A, settings, B, control, C, command center, or D, control center? Which one of the followings? I think I'm gonna have to fix my screen here really quick because it looks like it is messing up a bit. Hold on one second. There we go. I apologize. There we go. Okay. Which one of the following? Oops. It did not. Okay. So which one of the apps in Windows 10 combines many utilities into a unified tool? Is it A, settings, B, control, C, command center, or D, control center? Jeffrey is asking, is this for core 1 or core 2? There's actually going to be a combination of both. You're going to see a lot of questions for the 1101 and 1102 exams in here. So which one of the followings uh, is a Windows app in Windows 10 that combines many utilities into a unified tool? If you think you know the answer, go ahead and put your guess in the chat. We'll reveal it here in a second. Okay. Correct answer is A. Settings. It's a Windows app in Windows 10 that combines many utilities into a unified tool. All right, next question. Which of the following would be the best way to protect data on a stolen mobile phone? Is it A, perform a remote wipe, B, use a screen lock, C, enable a mobile device firewall, D, create a separate network for the phone, or E, maintain a constant cloud-based backup? Which one of the following would be the best way to protect a user's data on a stolen mobile phone? So mobile phones and mobile OS is definitely something you can expect to see on the CompTIA exam. We'll be asked to troubleshoot Android and iOS devices as well, and be given scenarios like this on the CompTIA A+ exam. So there is possibly more than one right answer. But CompTIA in this situation would want the best answer, the best way to protect your phone. And since it's not multiple choice, we're going to look for just one. And the correct answer is A, perform a remote wipe. That would definitely be the best way to protect your data on a stolen phone. So, moving on to our next question. Which one of the following Windows features provides real-time protection against malware? So, which one of the following features provides real-time protection against malware? Is it A, disk cleanup, B, mission control, C, defender, D, file vault, or E, MMC? Which one of the following Windows features provides real-time protection against malware? Let me know in the chat below if you think you know the correct answer. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Windows Defender here. Defender. Getting some more C's in here. Well, indeed, that would be the correct answer. Windows Defender is definitely a antivirus app that also provides real-time protection against malware. Good job. All right, next question. An attacker is attempting to circumvent security controls by sending XML data directly to a server. Which of the following would best describe this attack type? Is it A, a zero-day attack, B, a code injection, C, insider threat, D, phishing, or E, shoulder surfing? Which an attacker is attempting to circumvent security controls by sending XML data directly to a server. Which one of the following would best describe this style of attack? Let me know in the chat if you think you know the correct answer. Got some people saying B in here. Code injection. Are we certain of that? Well, indeed, the correct answer is B. I don't know why my slides did this, but yes, correct answer is B. Code injection is a type of attack when a attacker sends the XML code directly to the server. Great job, everyone. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm just getting over a cold. Sorry. Alrighty. Moving on to our next question. A permanent computer display screen distortion is caused by displaying the same static image for extended periods of time is known as A, an artifact, B, stuck pixels, C, burn-in, or D, dead pixels. A permanent computer display screen distortion is caused by displaying the same static image for an extended period of time is known as which of the following? I'm so sorry. This cough will not go away, but I am going to persevere and continue on. We got some people saying C, burn-in. Looks like the majority here is going with C this evening. And indeed, that would be correct. C, burn-in. All right, moving on to our next question. Self-monitoring analyst and reporting technology, SMART, allows for the monitoring of a systems for anticipated what? A, power spikes, B, network interface problems, C, video adapter failure, D, HDD SSD failures. Oh, well, I may or may not have just displayed the answer by accident. But self-monitoring analysis and reporting technology, SMART, allows for the monitoring of a system for anticipated what? You may have seen the answer on the screen. You may have not. Go ahead and guess it. Either way, it's a good learning experience. Got quite a few people in here saying D, which is indeed the correct answer. Good job, everyone. All righty. Keeping things rocking tonight. Let's move on to our next question. It said that customer databases have been deleted from the data center, and the security team cannot identify any malware, exploit, or other unauthorized access to the system. Which of the following would most likely be the reason for the issue? Is it A, an insider threat, B, SQL injection, C, DDoS attack, D, brute force, or E, a buffer overflow? Which one of the following is correct? A set of customer databases have been deleted from the data center, and the security team cannot identify any malware, exploit, or other unauthorized access to the system. Which of the following would be the most likely reason for the issue? Let me know in the chat. We got a D, an A, another A coming in. Oh, a little all over the board tonight. Got a B as well. See, we don't know what actually happened, but you making an educated guess, what would be the most likely reason for a database just to go vanish with no trace of malware, exploit, or unauthorized access? Well, the correct answer would be indeed A. An insider threat is likely the reasoning for it. Good job. I see most of you got that one correct. Virtualization and cloud computing share the following characteristics: A, storage, B, application, C, CPU, or D, all of the above. Virtualization and cloud computing share which of the following characteristics? Let me know in the chat if you think you know the answer. Hopefully everyone's doing good this evening. It's been a while since we've done one of these A+ study groups, so I figured we were due for one. You guys always seem to enjoy them. If you like them, make sure and give this video a thumbs up, as it helps other people find them, and it lets me know that you want me to continue to do the A+ study groups. All right. The correct answer is, in fact, D, all of the above. Jeffrey, you're scheduled to take Core 1 March 29th. Congratulations. Wish you best of luck. A thermal printer's printhead is dirty, and it is affecting the output. Which of the following would be the best way to resolve the issue? A, replace with a new printhead. B, calibrate the printer. C, add a duplexer. D, wipe with IPA. Or E, replace the thermal paper. A thermal printer's printhead is dirty and affecting the output. Which of the following would be the best way to resolve the issues? As we well know, printers is definitely a topic covered on the CompTIA A+ and multiple types of printers. You gotta know how to work on inkjets, laser, thermal, like impact, all the different types of different printers out there. Dot matrix, which is, I guess, a form of impact printer, technically, if you want to talk about that, but okay. I see a lot of people saying D. Some people are saying A. The correct answer is, in fact, D, wipe with IPA, isopropanol alcohol. So the best thing to clean a thermal printer head is just to clean it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip or a soft rag or even a paper towel will do. So, anywho, going on to our next question. The colors on an inkjet printer are not aligning properly in the final output. Which of the following would best fix the issue? A print driver upgrade. B, ink cartridge replacement. C, a print head cleaning. D, a print head cleaning. Or E, printer calibration. I don't know what happened. I don't know why C and D are both the same, but which one of the following would best resolve this issue? The colors on an inkjet printer are not aligning properly in the final output. Which one of the following would you guys recommend? Got quite a few different answers. We've got a C, D, E, C and D, another C. What is the correct answer? The correct answer, in fact, is actually E, a printer calibration. We want to calibrate those print heads. A lot of times you can do this on an all-in-one printer where you'll print out a test sheet, then insert it into the scanner tray and scan it, and it will make any adjustments it needs to the print heads to get all the colors lining up properly. So good job, everyone. All right, next question. A technician has received a shipment of desktop computers from a remote site in another country, but the systems is not powering on. Which of the following would most likely be the reason for the issue? A, voltage is set incorrectly. B, OS language is not supported. C, BIOS is password protected. D, video input is incorrect. Or E, storage drive is not connected. A technician has received a shipment of desktop computers from a remote site in another country, but the system is not powering on. Which of the following would most likely be the reason for the issue? Let me know in the chat. This is an issue we don't see as much anymore with modern power supplies, but it used to be quite a common issue on a lot of the older power supplies, and they are definitely still out there since, and that is one reason CompTIA has included that question in here. I think everyone is in agreement on this one. I see everyone answering A, but the correct answer is, in fact, it's A. Voltage setting is incorrect. A lot of computer power supplies will have a 120 or 220 voltage setting, or 240 or whatever you want to say, but there'll be a little toggle switch on the back. Sometimes you'll have to change, and if it's set incorrectly, it will not power on. Next question. A network administrator is consolidating all authentication messages to a central database. Which of the following would provide this functionality? A DHCP server. B, a syslog. C, a web server. Or D, a VPN. A network administrator is consolidating all authentication messages to a central database. Which of the following would provide this functionality? How often do you do these study group sessions? Typically, I try to do them once a month. Going forward, I'm going to try for like the second Friday of the month, CompTIA A+ study group. But depending on the demand, sometimes we'll throw an extra one in there if there's a lot of people asking for it. Sometimes that does happen. But typically once a month, we'll do these. All right, starting to see some answers coming in. I see B, I see C. Which one of the following would provide this functionality? And remember, CompTIA, if there's only one answer, while there might be multiple answers, which one would be the best correct answer? In this case, it would be B, a syslog. Great job, everyone. And that is actually all the questions I have prepared this evening. And at this time, I'd like to open it up to any questions you guys might have about either the CompTIA A plus or really any IT certifications out there. Every Friday, we are live here on the channel. We tend to do some form of Ask Me Anything where you guys can ask questions about IT certifications, different education courses out there, learning platforms. You can ask me any questions you guys might have about the IT field, and I will answer them live here on the stream. So if you have any questions at all, please make sure and drop them in the chat, and I will answer them. What should be next after A plus? A plus. Sorry, I'm not talking clearly tonight. It really depends on what you are interested in going for. Are you interested in studying like cybersecurity, networking? After you get your A plus, you really what should be next is landing a job in the IT field. So collab with John Hammond. I've already done that. I'd love to collab some more with him. But here, if you want to see the collab I did with John Hammond, here's the link to it right here in chat. John Hammond's an awesome guy. I collabed with him. I've collabed with Network Chuck. I've collabed with quite a few people, and there's a lot more coming. Jeffrey, I'm taking my test at a testing center. Are you given scrap paper to write notes? I do believe, yes, you are giving a blank sheet of paper and a pen or pencil to like create notes and stuff. You do have to turn those in afterwards. You are like given a sheet of paper, or a lot of times it's like a dry erase board, or like where you can write down on this dry erase board type of thing. But that's typically what you'll see. Are there any certifications that is as good or equal to A plus cert, like ITF? You know, no. I'm gonna say no, because there's no other certifications. There are certifications that are as good as or even better, that you'll learn more potentially than the A plus, but none of those certifications have the global recognition and will help you out as much as the A plus will. The CompTIA A plus will definitely open way more doors for you than any other entry level IT certification that's similar in style. Do you have study notes for the A plus? I do not. A great resource I highly recommend if you're looking for study notes is Professor Messer. His study notes are really, really reasonably priced. Let's see if I can pull it up. So I would go to professormesser.com, and he has his study notes and practice exams. He also offers study groups much like mine. They're actually even more in depth than mine, I will admit. And they're free on YouTube. But yeah, check out if you want some study notes and stuff like that, practice exams. Definitely check out Professor Messer. Hackersploit. I've reached out to Hackersploits before, and they've never returned any of my messages. If you have a contact there, or if you want to bug them on social media, I would love to have them on the show or the podcast. Assuming you are not smart, how would you start in the world of tech? Well, I mean, I would start studying. I'd get smart. It doesn't take a lot to get started in this field. You don't even need IT certifications. I entered the field without any IT certifications, no college education. I was a college dropout, and no prior work experience. And I was able to land a very good job in the IT field. So you can do it without that stuff. You just need to have the dedication. If you're looking to get that entry level job, definitely look into CompTIA A plus. It's an excellent certification for people looking to start out in the field. And then just kind of figure out what you want to do and start studying for that. Coursera has Google IT support easier than A plus. You are right. It is definitely easier than the A plus, but it's definitely not as recognized, and employers won't appreciate it and give you as much credit for the Google support certification. There's a reason the CompTIA A plus is harder. It covers more topics and it is recognized by more employers. It will get you definitely further than the Google cert. I, matter of fact, did a video on this talking about this very topic. So for someone who is new to IT, what is the thing that gives new people the most trouble with the CompTIA A plus exam? Everyone's different, so that's a hard question to answer. I think a lot of people just have problems with like either the basic networking, or just remembering everything. There's a lot of information. There's a reason the CompTIA A plus is two different exams. You have to remember a lot. I think the people who struggle are the people who just try to buzz through it super fast and not study good. You need to practice. You need to make flashcards. If you practice and really study, you'll have no problem and pass the first time. CCNA wouldn't be the best entry level certification, or wouldn't be the best entry level. No, CCNA is not the best entry level, and if you're not going after a networking certification or career path, why would you get a CCNA? Would having both the A plus and CCNA be worth having? It definitely would be worth having if you're interested in networking. The CCNA is a networking certification, the Cisco Certified Networking Associate. So if you want to go into networking, get them both. But you don't need them both to get started in the career field. You need to get started in the career field to start building experience. I think that's really important. Thank you once again for this advice. Absolutely, that is what I'm here for. Blue Lantern, welcome back. Aren't CPU and storage on virtualization different than in cloud, as they are resourced locally? Well, they're the same, because in the cloud they're technically local as well. When you spin up something virtually in the cloud, it's local to the cloud. So they're really the same. The cloud, it's a horrible saying, but the cloud is just someone else's computer, someone else's data center. It's the exact same thing. You're a lot of times working on the exact same hardware. It's just in a physical different location. So whether it's sitting here on the desk or you have to get out to it over the internet, they still use the same principles and operating infrastructure. A Blue Lantern, I took the Coursera Google IT. It's great for starting, but it won't give you any job. See, there's someone else saying that. Do you have any tips for staying organized in the help desk or making sure tickets don't go unanswered or fall through the cracks? So I used Google Tasks on my phone, and also I use Google Calendar and set reminders for things like that, because we operate in a Microsoft or a Google workspace environment. And nowadays, when you open your Gmail, on the right hand side, I'll show you, but I don't want to show you my personal email. It will have, you can have a calendar or tasks reminder and stuff like that. So that's what I do. And then I have I do note taking and stuff like that. Get a good flow, like use an app called Notion or OneNote or whatever works for you, and find a good way to take notes. Are the non-technical cybersecurity roles like GRC easier or harder to get into? I don't GRC. I don't off the top of my head for some reason know what that is. GRC. Governance risk and compliance. Sorry, I'm having brain fog getting over this cold. Are they easier or harder to get into? They're about the same, I think. I think you need to get experience in a more entry level job before you can get into those positions. It's going to be extremely hard to jump right into the just any security role with no experience in the IT field, I think. Big Game Fish, sup, dude? Not much. Just got done doing an A+ study group, answering some questions here for a little bit before actually I'm doing interviewing someone tonight for the channel for the podcast. So I'm gonna have to end this here in about a half an hour, but we got about half an hour of questions I can do. Not to be stuck up, but thank you for speaking to us new people. Honestly, that is like I'm gonna be always honest and straight up with you guys, and no, these are my opinions. I'm not an expert. I have been in the field for several years. I am the director of network operations for a local ISP. I have gone from a complete entry level position up to a director level role, now in charge of hiring people and stuff like that. So I am speaking purely from my experience, and I will always be honest with you, no matter what. No one can pay me for my opinion. This is why I'm here, to be honest with you guys, help you guys out. Once you get into IT, you'll learn real world experience, which is what I did in 2011. It was IT support, but was only part-time, did it for 2014. Yeah, once you get into the IT field and kind of get your foot in the door, it becomes so much easier to do what you want in the field, get into different positions. Are you on LinkedIn or any other social media? I am pretty much on all social media. I'm definitely on LinkedIn. You can find me, the Bearded IT Dad, on LinkedIn, or just me, Dakota. My name's Dakota. You can find me on LinkedIn. Links are down in the description. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, Discord, you name it. Or you can just go to thebeardeditdad.com, and links to all of our socials are on there. Everything. I love your live streams. Thank you for doing them. Absolutely. I love doing them. Appreciate your live streams. Absolutely. Director of Net Ops, John Doe. Awesome. That's so cool. I would love to actually interview you on the channel. I'd love to just talk to another director of Net Ops. Or just, if you don't want to come on the channel, I'd love to just talk, buy you a coffee or something virtually, I guess. Since you're a dad, what are you teaching your kids first about IT first? I'm teaching them about the internet being a scary place. So my kids are still young. My oldest is 10. We're working on internet safety right now is the big thing. They are picking up on so much just by watching me. It is crazy. I mean, my oldest son's already working on coding and stuff like that, but we're working on internet safety right now as they get older and start venturing more out on the internet. Blue Lantern, I thought virtualization, the CPU storage was in my own personal computer, and the cloud was in someone else's. I thought with virtualization, the CPU and storage was in my own personal computer, and the cloud was in someone else's. Absolutely. That is absolutely correct, but they're still using the same things. Like, they still use the CPU and stuff like that. No, I was giving you props. Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood you, John. Brand new to IT. Well, that's okay. Hey, you know what? If you still want to come on the show, right now, I'd love to have you anyways. I'm very interested in cloud and cybersecurity. Is Security Plus a good start? If you are already in the IT field and working in some sort of IT role, absolutely Security Plus then. If you are not in the IT field and you don't have any prior experience in the IT field, Security Plus is a bit of a jump. I'm not saying it's not doable, but I wouldn't start out with your very first certification with no experience as your security plus. It will be extremely difficult for you. I start off with like a more A plus. If you want to learn cloud, definitely you need to know networking. So you could go with a CCNA, or you could try to just dive into a cloud plus. But those are more advanced certs that I wouldn't recommend as an entry level cert. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you always, Dakota. Absolutely. You guys are always so wonderful. I really appreciate it. Wish I found your channel sooner. You're awesome. Well, thank you. Gosh, you guys are like so nice tonight. I really appreciate it. And I apologize. My voice isn't 100%, but you know, thank you so much. This is the whole reason I built this channel is to just try to help you guys out with any questions and help you just succeed and follow your dreams. If you want it to be IT, that's what I want to help you do. Do you know if Data Plus is stackable with A Plus? I do believe so. I do believe pretty much the A Plus is at the bottom of the pyramid for all of you, for all the CompTIA certifications. So absolutely. You're really awesome. I can see why your boss hired you because of your personality. Thank you, Blue Lantern. Do you have the same name on Instagram? The Bearded IT Dad. I do believe so. We just started our Instagram not too long ago. The Bearded IT Dad. There it is right there. See, it's brand new. Like we only got like 20 followers. 20 followers, 18 posts. But we're starting to do more here on Instagram. So it's a coming. What other questions you guys got? I have some time before I have to hop off here to do an interview. But what other questions do you guys have? Excuse me. If you don't have any questions, we might wrap the stream up a little early. It's been about 37 minutes. Where are you from? Once I pass your the CompTIA A plus, is your company hiring? I am from Oregon. My company is technically hiring, but you'll never hear me give out my company's information here on the YouTube channel. My work life, on home life, and YouTube life, those are three completely separate buckets, and I never will give away that information. I never cross them, so sorry about that. But I do live in Oregon for a local small ISP. So yeah. Do you do resume reviews? Occasionally here on the channel, I do. I don't have one scheduled anytime coming up. I do career coaching though. So if you're interested in career coaching, which will include resume reviews and building, you can go to thebeardeditdad.com. There's a link to this I know down in the description, and you click on career coaching. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, had to sneeze. Okay, so you can go to thebeardeditdad.com/career coaching and book either a 30-minute or a 60-minute career coaching session. In the last 2 weeks, I've done 2 of these, and both of them almost exactly 3 to 4 days later messaged me. Just like literally today, I got a message from one of my career coaching telling me thank you so much, that they've already got interviews lined up now. Another one messaged me and telling me they had 4 different interviews lined up just after the career coaching. So I've had huge success with these career coaching sessions. So if you want me to look at your resume, you can come on here and book them. They are not free. They do cost money because they do take a lot of time and preparation. yes, we're just on the phone for 30 minutes or an hour, but beforehand I look over your LinkedIn and resume, and then I also follow up with you afterwards via email and touch base with you, and we set milestones and stuff like that. So that is definitely something you can do if you're really serious. Big fish game. I grew up in Oregon, went to Clackamas High School. Nice. I'm a little bit further south than Clackamas. I went to West Albany High School. So I will tell you that. I went to West Albany High School. So how hard is it to get a help desk job, but also is it hard to break out of that role? How hard is it? It really depends on your area and the demand of help desk jobs, and your prior work experience. If you have IT certifications, you're going to find it a lot easier to get an entry level help desk job than someone who doesn't. If you have a college education, you're going to have a little bit easier time. If you have prior work experience, you're going to have a little bit easier time. But you don't need any of those to actually get the job. So it really just depends. It depends on how determined you are. Is it hard to break out of that role? If you get into the help desk and do at least 1 year minimum, 2 years is better. But if you have 1 to 2 years on the help desk, it opens up so many doors, and it is so much easier, because once you build that experience, you have that on the job experience, everyone wants to start talking to you because you've actually lived it. So once you build that experience, it is a lot easier to break out of that role. It's harder definitely to land the job in the help desk than it is to leave the help desk. So what type of work were you doing before you started in IT? I was a bulldozer operator, actually. Right before my first job in IT, I was a bulldozer operator for a wood pulp mill. You can actually go back through some of my previous videos where I've told my story before. Trying to think of which one. I'm going back through. Sorry, I'm looking through my past videos here. This one where I kind of share my journey into getting into IT. Was in Seattle, now in Cali. I grew up down in Cali, so don't go back there often though. You said you dropped out of college. What were you studying? I wasn't studying anything. I was just kind of going for my general certifications. I mean, officially on paper, computer science was I was studying, but I was just kind of getting my general ed crap out of the way. And I forgot how many terms. I don't even think I went for a full year, like barely a year. And then I dropped out. College wasn't for me. How important is it to have a home lab? It is one of the most important things you can do to help jumpstart and leverage your career. Not only is it going to make it easier for you to learn when you're studying for IT certifications, but you can talk about that during your interviews, and that will make you a more eligible candidate. So having a home lab, definitely something good to have. Totally forgot about this study group. I'm sorry. You can watch the replay. We're coming back now monthly, the second Friday of every month. We're doing this A+ study group. If you guys are interested, I'd be willing to start up a CCNA study group as well, if there is tons of interest in it. What is the best networking gear to use to connect a home lab to a home router without breaking the network for everyone else? I mean, you can just do it with a cable if you set it up properly. I don't mean to keep on linking back to my videos, but I literally just released a video about how to build your own home lab. Here we go, right here. I just dropped in chat the link to how to literally I'll tell you how to build a inexpensive home lab for literally you can build it for under $100 for the Cisco CCNA, and I highly recommend tying it into your personal network. That way you get real world experience. You need to think about the decisions you make to before you make changes to the network, because it is going to affect your home life. So that is the best way to learn. That's how you're going to experience real world pressure. You don't want people in your home upset at you that you took down the internet. So you better think about what you do before you do it. What was it that made you pursue a career in IT opposed to other fields? So I always had a passion for IT growing up. In high school, I was lucky enough, my high school offered the Cisco CCNA. So I graduated high school with a CCNA. And I was on the robotics team. I just always enjoyed IT. But then after high school and dropping out of college, I just started doing jobs to put food on the table. I had a family, we had kids, and I needed to work to keep a roof over our heads and put food on the table. So I just did that because, and then it finally got to a point where I got just fed up with just doing a job to put food on the table and being miserable at work. And we left that job and we uprooted our whole family and moved, and I got a job in IT, and the rest is history. So Biggie Spain, thank you for the $5 super chat. That is awesome. What are some resources you like to keep up within tech? Also, thank you for doing live streams. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you. Yeah, this cold has been, gosh, this is like week 5 or 6. It's been a doozy. So resources to keep up with tech. I listen a whole lot to the Security Weekly podcast. They have several different shows. I love these guys. They sent me a hat, and actually that router right there, that Linksys router, is signed by the hosts of the Security Weekly podcast. A super cool gift they gave me. There's several other podcasts I listen to, IT and the D. I'm big into podcasts right now, listening into them. I'm trying to think of what else, other resources. Google is really my friend. I'm constantly on Google reading articles and stuff like that, just random articles out there about different tech out there. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. If you have more questions about that, definitely let me know. Excuse me for the cough. In terms of home lab, seems so vague. Can I make a home lab with 3 laptops, or do I need a server? You only need one computer. You can virtualize everything as long as you have a powerful enough computer. Just depends on what you are building a home lab for. If you have one powerful computer that can handle virtualization, just virtualize everything to build the home lab. It really depends on what you're studying for. I have Cisco gear, but don't want to break my family's home network without working on it. Think I would just make a VLAN for just the practice. That would probably be the safest way, to separate the traffic out, VLAN it out. That was probably what I'd do. Big Fish Big Game is it's not about building a fast system, just build a home lab. That's what you have access to. The hands-on experience is what's important. Absolutely. Do you have a podcast or planning on making one? I do have a podcast. I have the Bearded IT Dad podcast. It's literally called the Bearded IT Dad podcast on every single major podcasting platform. I'll show it to you on Spotify. Yep, the Bearded IT Dad podcast. New episode drops every Monday morning. Right now we're kind of talking about some of our past topics, but yeah, every Monday we have a new episode that comes out. A lot of times we're interviewing people working in the IT field and getting tips and advice from them as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Don't mind help desk, but it doesn't pay all that well. Any other roles, entry level, that you recommend? No entry level role is going to pay that well. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and that's one of the hardest things about breaking into the field is there's a chance you're going to have to take a pay cut. Even I did, but no, it won't take you long to get back to the pay you're making. When I was a bulldozer operator, I was making $70,000 a year plus, and it was great money. And I left that job, and when I first started in IT, I was making $49,000 a year, $20,000 over a $20,000 a year pay cut. Within a year and a half, I was back making nearly $70,000 a year. Now, 3 years later, I'm well over that. Yeah, I'm up in the six figures now. So if you have the dedication and motivation, it won't take you long to recuperate that money. So I only have about another 10 minutes. I'm actually gonna have to hop out to do another interview here. So if you have any questions, make sure and drop them in the chat really quick, and I will answer them. Any preferred links for taking practice exams aimed at the CCNA for mid-April? CCNA practice exams. The only ones I've used were by CBT Nuggets for the CCNA. I do know INE has some amazing labs and practice exams. I definitely look into those. Keith Bogart over there is a CCIE, and he does some amazing content. So gonna check out the podcast. Absolutely. Thank you. The podcast has been a lot of fun. I'm getting it together. Wish you had found you sooner. Not a problem. And we do other things than entry level IT stuff we talk about sometimes. So definitely tune in. It's definitely a blast. What do you know about Wireshark and GNS3? I already have Packet Tracer on your laptop. I know a good amount about Wireshark and GNS3. I've used them both. They're great tools to use. They're great tools to learn about. I don't quite know what the question is, so sorry. What tips can you give me for starting to get Microsoft certifications? Practice everything you learn. Build a virtual environment on your computer and practice the things you're learning. I think that would be the biggest tip I have for you. I'm studying for A+. Take care. Awesome. Annika, thank you. I hope I pronounced your name. CompTIA recently teamed up with Test Out for test prep. What do you think of Test Out product? I think they were one of the better ones out there. I haven't used them personally, so I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't personally used Test Out, but I have heard really good things from the people who have and other industry experts about it. So I'm a big fan of CompTIA certs. I've actually helped write and helped create content with CompTIA for the A+, and I think Test Out, the practice exams through them, are going to probably be about the closest test prep you can get to the real deal. I mean, I think it's going to be the best you can get. It is going to be not the cheapest out there. Is there cheaper options? Yes, but it's going to be it's decent. 49K is a lot for an entry level. Was it 40 hours a week? Yes, it was. Definitely love the content and hope to join you in the Net Plus or CCNA study groups. Yeah, well, we've been talking about starting those up. It's all about time, having enough time. So a few more minutes here before I hop off here. What role do you currently hold at your company? I am the director of network operations at my current company. Alrighty, well, I am gonna have to go. This was a great live stream. Just to let you guys know, we do a live stream every Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Definitely, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Right now, we're trying to release a piece of content every day of the week during the weekdays. Monday, we drop a new episode of the podcast every Monday. Tuesday, we do a recorded video. Wednesday, we're here on TikTok, or we're over on TikTok, here on Shorts, Instagram Reels. Thursday, we're doing interviews where we're interviewing people working in the IT and giving advice. And Fridays, we're here live. So definitely tons of information coming out your guys' way. If you have any recommendations of things you'd want to see, let me know. And if you aren't already, make sure you join our Discord server. The link is down in the description. I am always on there. You can ask me questions anytime. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for those who super chatted for the super chats. It really helps support the channel and keeps the channel going. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, keep learning.